Greetings, welcome back to Pink Oddbird. So today I'm here with my January Tsunami Rose design team project, and it's a mismatch of a bunch of her different kits that she has, and I will link to her shop in the description box below, so if you're interested in anything you see here, you can find it in her shop. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to call this book simply just My Love. It's not Valentine's Day related, but it does have a lot of like flowers and birds, and those kinds of things do remind me of love. So that's what I'm calling this book. It's pretty minimal because it's meant for the person who gets it to be able to put their own flair into it, their own designs, things like that. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. It's like a standard size. It's a manila folder, so I think it's like 8.5 by 6. It's a file folder that I just cut down. As you can see on the spine, I put some Tim Holtz washi. I just have this piece of vintage trim, little pretty pink dainty trim that I have holding it together. I stitched all around the borders here. And then on the cover, I just left it simple. I have this really pretty rose, or roses. So on the inside, I just have sewn vintage lace all around the front and back covers, as you can see. So here's some more of that fabric that I used on the Loving Happiness books, the positivity books that I did. So here's some, I love this jar so much because it has the little pink letters in it. That's what drew me to this one. And then this little tag, I just stitched around it, and the trim and the actual tag came from Miss Cindy. So thank you, Cindy. These pieces of ephemera that you'll see in here, or yeah, ephemera. They come from JUNKTHATTREASURES, so I will link to Sarah's shop in the description box below if you're interested in getting some neat paper ephemera bits. And then this is some of Daisy's. Little butterfly paper I got from Rita. There's a poetry page. So on this page here, you can see the stitching from the other side. And I just took one of Daisy's mini file folders and I stitched it onto the page, so it's pretty neat. These little green tickets, they came from Cindy also. The bag is from JUNKTHATTREASURES, and so is the petty cash receipt. And I just have some turquoise washi there. I did some stamping down here. And this is some of her hummingbird paper. Very pretty. And I printed these double-sided with some of her other papers, so it comes out so nice. I don't know, I just love it. This is a piece, a time card piece from JUNKTHATTREASURES. I just stitched around it. And this one is from Daisy, and this one is a little paper pad that I got from Hobby Lobby. I just like to put those in. Maybe you like to put photos on those or journal on the backs. Back. There's only one back. Well, this little tag is from Sarah. So again, sewing them onto the page like this. If you saw Daisy's video for sewing on paper, I think she does a lot of hers like this. So that's what that was inspired by, just sewing it directly onto the page like that. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below also. So the doily and the layaway tag and this green trim, all from Sarah's shop. This trim is so soft, I love it. So as you can see, like, the papers really speak for themselves. And that's one thing that I really do love about her kits is, you know, they bring the book to life on its own. That's some vintage lined paper. I didn't copy stain it because it's already aged around the edges. And you can see here, this is a paper pack from Hobby Lobby, but it completely matches with her images. I love that. Some more ephemera bits. I love this little paper from Hobby Lobby. It's like textured. Doilies from Sarah's shop. Little library card. And I just stitched that pocket onto the page there like that. It's one of my favorite pieces of all time. And these little pockets, they come in her one of her kits also. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. And stamped a little feather here since there's birds on the other side. I love these bags so much. So this is another one of those mini file folders. I stitched it. Oh, focus. Focus. The sun's kind of going down, so it's getting weird. This is another one of her file folders, and I sewed it onto the page, but on this one I left it open on the edge to make a little secret pocket in the back. I left these unsewn or unglued because it makes for more writing space that way on this particular one because it's lined. It's from Sarah's shop. These little birdie tags come from her shop, also Sarah's shop, and then that's Daisy, and that's Hobby Lobby. I like doing books like this because it's just like all the papers are just pretty, and there's lots of interactive little tags and such that you can just pull out. I leave them blank on the back because, as I've said before, they're fun to decorate when you're journaling in your book. And then I just stitched a little, I stitched a paper clip. I can't talk. It's a paper clip stamp. And that's the end of the book. There's my stamp. And that's gonna do it for this one. So again, I will link to all the pertinent details in the description box below if you're interested in checking any of these lovely bits out. I'm gonna go ahead and leave for now. I will be back soon. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned with what direction this odd flock is going into next, because you never know. So, until next time, toodaloo.